Welcome back to another neighborhood review. Today I'm here in Menomonee Falls, which is another very interesting suburb here in the greater Milwaukee area. And the reason I say very interesting is because it's been one of the fastest growing suburbs of the area, and for a good reason. And it all started in the 1950s when the freeway US 41 was completed and allowed quick access to downtown Milwaukee, so families could move out here and build smaller affordable homes. A lot of the baby boomers grew up here, and the homes that their parents built back then make today perfect launch pads for first-time home buyers. But it didn't stop there. Menomonee Falls continued on growing, and the original village was just about 2 square miles. Today it is 32 square miles large, and that made a lot of room for more developments and for building modern subdivisions with bigger homes, which came in the 80s and the 90s and all the way until today. So when you look at Menomonee Falls today, it's a really nice variety from the original village lifestyle with smaller homes all the way to modern subdivisions and everything in between. So we got a lot to cover. Let's get started. When you're looking for suburbs around Milwaukee, clearly Menomonee Falls needs to be considered. However, classifying Menomonee Falls just as a suburb would not do it justice, because between the historic village and new construction, you'll find a wide range of neighborhoods and a ton of character. Today, Menomonee Falls can accommodate a number of different lifestyles because despite all its growth, the old village area has still preserved its small town feel since its incorporation in 1892 alongside the Menomonee River. The Main Street area is very walkable, and it has a number of cute stores, coffee shops, typical Wisconsin-style bars, and several nice restaurants. The historic part of Menomonee Falls has also seen a lot of commercial developments in recent years, and when you look at it today and how quaint it is, that was absolutely bound to happen. But before we get too much into details, let's take a quick look at the map. We have downtown Milwaukee here, and Menomonee Falls is located here on the northwest side, and it's connected to the downtown area with I41, which is coming down here and then here to the downtown area. And depending on where you live in Menomonee Falls, this will take you about 15 to 20 minutes, so it's not that far. Menomonee Falls took its start here on the Menomonee River. And you can see the river is following down here, which is today Menomonee Falls Park System. And from here it started growing both to the west out here and to the south. But you can see there's still a lot of land that can be developed in the future. Here we have Lennon, which is another nice little community, its own municipality. This is where the famous Lennon stone is being mined. And out here we have Sussex, which has also seen a lot of growth lately. And of course down here Brookfield with its many subdivisions. Menomonee Falls is also an economic powerhouse, and it's unique because it provides both a lot of job and housing opportunities. So you can both live and work in the same community, which of course means very short daily commute times. Prominent employers include Kohl's, which is one of the largest local players with about 5,500 people, followed by Freighter and the Medical College with about 2,500. Menomonee Falls has also a very strong engineering and manufacturing base, namely Harley-Davidson of course, then Briggs & Stratton and also Wacker Neuson are great examples for global manufacturing companies that have plants and offices in Menomonee Falls. And to stay with the economic factors for a second, another perk for living in Menomonee Falls are the relatively low property taxes, especially when compared to higher-end neighborhoods inside of Milwaukee County. That's also another reason why people like living in Menomonee Falls. As I've mentioned previously, I41, which is currently being expanded again, plays a key role for these businesses as it provides excellent logistical access for raw materials and finished products, as well as an easy commute for employees. Let's talk about real estate. Just outside the original village, the first subdivisions were built in the 1950s and 1960s. This is where a lot of our baby boomers grew up, and many of the houses have recently been sold and remodeled. Most of them are single-story ranch homes with about 1,100 square feet, typically 3 bedrooms and 2 baths and a nice backyard. If you live in the south, you may not notice pretty much all houses up here have full basements because of the frost, and many of them are finished, which provides great additional family space to hang out during the winter months. These neighborhoods are all very walkable and they are perfect for first-time homebuyers. The next building boom happened in the 80s and 90s. As general wealth was growing, people were looking to build larger homes, and developers were happy to respond to that with a number of new subdivisions with larger lot sizes and, of course, bigger homes. These neighborhoods represent today the middle segment of the market. Many of the homes here are significantly over 2,000 square feet and usually come in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom configuration. If you do the math, you'll find that the 80s actually happened over 40 years ago. And as shocking as this might be, it's not a surprise that after this many years in service, many of these houses are ready for an update. Because of the larger sizes, they are attractive homes to buy, and you can find good deals on listings that still need a refresher, or you can opt for one that's already been updated and move-in ready. And finally, we're getting to newer subdivisions. Menomonee Falls has quite a few of them, and most of them were built after 2014 when builders started to recover from the Great Recession. By the way, if you're driving around, a good trick to quickly estimate the age of a development is by looking at the trees planted along the sidewalk. If they still look very much like a broomstick, they are brand new. After about 5 to 10 years, they usually have gained quite a bit in size and provide the neighborhood with a bit more of an established feel. The change in style and architecture is also very noticeable, and it takes us from the traditional colonial saltbox style to a more modern craftsman. Many of these homes are open concept with very tall ceilings, and they are large, typically around 3,000 to 5,000 square feet, with 4 to 5 bedrooms, plus often a bonus room in the finished basement, which comes in handy if you're working from home. Garage sizes have also grown in the last years, and 3-car garages have become pretty much modern building standard. Street or front-facing garages are the more economic configuration, and you see that quite often. Upscale developments will usually mandate side-facing garages. Housing demand still continues to grow, and Menomonee Falls has seen a lot of new construction over the last couple years. Like most of the US, the Milwaukee area is experiencing a housing shortage, and we need more new construction, especially at entry-level price points. While builders currently focus on larger homes on bigger lots, my hope is that we will see in the future also denser subdivisions with smaller lots, very much like the ones built in the 1950s, which allow for smaller homes that are affordable as new construction for first-time homebuyers. By the way, you probably have heard that the MLS is the most professional way to research properties that are for sale. That's the reason why brokers and agents are doing all their research on the MLS. But did you know that you can also get access to the MLS? If you want to keep tabs on any of the Milwaukee markets, go on my website, onpointrg.com, request your personal login to our local MLS system. Let me know what area and what price range you're interested in, and I'll be happy to set that up for you. If you have enjoyed this video, now would be a great time to like and subscribe and stay updated on all things real estate for the Milwaukee area. That's all I had for you today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.